And the Central Board of Secondary Education has declared the results for Class 10 as well as Class 12. The board has announced the news on its Twitter handle as well. The pass percentage this year is 87.33%, which betters the pass percentage of 83.40 for 2019 in the pre-COVID period. In fact, both for Class 10 as well as 12, there's going to be no merit list that's going to be announced, as well as there's going to be no first, second, third divisions that much of us in India are so used to. None of that is going to be declared this time by CBSE. Let's just quickly see this interview that my colleague Saurabh Shukla has sent from a CBSE official.
I have joined by Sayam Bharadwaj, who is Controller of Examination CBSE. Sir, this time we have seen decline in the passing percentage. What is the reason behind it?
No, we are comparing two results which are not equal. If we have to compare the equal results only. And why I am saying so? Because the 2022, 2021 and 2020 were the results where we haven't conducted the complete examination and even not conducted the examination, and result was declared based on the tabulation policy. The last examination, which was conducted in the similar fashion as the 2023 examination, that is the 2019 year. So if we are comparing our result with the 2019, the result has improved by 5%, and this shows that the students who have not appeared in the class 10 board examination, they were worried about the class 12 board examination. They study well and they perform well also.
Sir, if you see this time, usually we know who is the topper, who is number one in the country. Why this time didn't CBSE did not issue that merit list? What is the reason behind it?
See, we haven't declared merit lists in past so many years. Only through the media it is known to the public that this boy has topped or this girl has topped or this student have secured so much of marks. Because CBSE is putting the child at the center, and we are trying that students should go to the school without any stress. And therefore what is being tried by us, that there should not be unhealthy competition. So to avoid the unhealthy competition amongst the student, we are not declaring any merit list, we are not assigning any division also to the student, and not even saying that so many distinction are over there. So no percentage, nothing, no issue which is developing the competition, unhealthy competition amongst the student, that is being done by the CBSE. We are trying to avoid the unhealthy competition and therefore not declare the merit list and the divisions, etc.
As you clearly said that no merit list from your side. What is the performance this time? Last time, because I know students who have scored 100%, but this time, is there anyone in the country who has scored 100%?
No, as of now, no one has performed 100%. Lesser marks are over there. No student has got 500 out of 500.
And sir, in last 2 years were very challenging for CBSE as well, conducting examinations with less syllabus and COVID restrictions were there. How was it this time? Students were excited. How did they perform? And this time normalcy was there. So, and apart from that, one more thing, this time CUTET is also there. So now no more 12th board examination results are going to, definitely are going to matter, but not that much. They have to appear for the entrance exam. So how, what is the behavior of these students, how they are taking it?
Yeah. In fact, the board and the school, teachers, everyone was aware that this is the batch who has not appeared in the class 10th board examination, and their result was declared based on the tabulation policy. These students were lacking the writing skill, these students were lacking the concentration, and these students were lacking the sitting time also. So we all people, including schools, everyone has worked on the student and ensured that no, they should be improved upon on these issues, and therefore many more examinations were conducted and lot of work was done by the teachers. So this result is the outcome of the performance of the students. That is the issue. So the teachers have worked, and then students have taken into these in section very carefully and performed very well.
Thank you. Talking to NDTV, Sayam Bharadwaj was clearly saying that to avoid unhealthy competition, CBSE has not issued the merit list this time. In New Delhi with Sanjay Kaushik, Saurabh Shukla for NDTV.
And breaking news that has just come in. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, who has been in the court for last few hours, has been granted 2 weeks of bail. That's what the information that we are getting. He's got a bail for 2 weeks, and it's also been said that he will not be arrested in this particular case, that is the Qadir case for which he is being arrested. Maha Siddiqui joins us for more on this. So Maha, you have the High Court giving him 2 weeks bail, but you have a massive police and army presence out, and the High Court also saying that he will not be arrested in this particular case by NAB again.
He even may not be arrested in this case again, and he has managed to get a bail in the Al-Qadir Trust case, but the PTI and Imran Khan himself have expressed fears that this is only the beginning and that the several other cases against him will now be used by his political opponents, which is the present government, as well as in this case, he's alleging the army and the ISI as well, which will continue a witch hunt as per the PTI and Imran Khan. What we are witnessing at the moment is a plethora of cases against Imran Khan. So in the Al-Qadir case, which was again a corruption case in which the National Accountability Bureau had arrested him, he may be out. But remember, there's another graft case, another corruption case, that of the Tosha Khana case. And in that case, he has been indicted by one of the courts. So this matter, he has been able to get a bail also because of the sharp response that came in from the Supreme Court yesterday with regards to the manner in which he was arrested. Also, what one must note here is that there has been, ironically, the government that is to maintain law and order has been giving very threatening statements saying that if he is released, then the anger of the ruling dispensation will directly be visible on the judges. So, Sneha, even though this situation at the moment may have played out in favor of Imran Khan politically, but certainly we are not seeing the end of this. This is only likely to continue, and the manner in which now that the PTI and Imran Khan supporters have taken on the present government in Pakistan, the army and ISI, this is only going to continue further.
And in fact, Maha, you also had Pakistan Prime Minister just a while ago justify all that has happened. But also the fact that it's not just one case we are talking about against Imran Khan. Of course, he's been arrested in the Al-Qadir Trust case. But there are so many other cases where a similar arrest is likely, if at all the Pakistan government or the army decides so.
There are at least a dozen cases against him. In fact, on the 9th, when he was arrested by the National Accountability Bureau, he had gone to the High Court, Islamabad High Court, for at least 7 bails. And he was in the process of doing his biometrics, signing papers, when that sudden arrest was made by the Pakistani Rangers on the arrest warrant issued by the National Accountability Bureau. So that fear clearly remains for the PTI, for Imran Khan, and Imran Khan has in so many words voiced it today to the High Court as well. Yesterday, he complained to the Supreme Court saying that he was treated very badly in the detention of the National Accountability Bureau. The National Accountability Bureau, even in the past, Neha, has been under the scanner for the manner in which they investigate graft cases, the manner in which they treat their detainees, and the whole idea of the NAB being utilized against civilians, politicians, sometimes to settle political scores by one party which is in power against the other. Because the National Accountability Bureau, remember, was formed by an ordinance during Pervez Musharraf's tenure in 1999. Pervez Musharraf himself, a former military man who had taken power by coup and who recently passed away. So, there have been questions raised against the National Accountability Bureau. So even though in this Al-Qadir case, as the court now says, while giving a bail, that he will not be arrested in this matter, but several other cases continue to remain. And that is really the fear that the PTI has expressed, that it will be utilized against Imran Khan politically. Now the army and the ISI are going to go after him. But by taking on the army, in some sense, Imran Khan has also managed to impress his constituency. And you have seen the groundswell of support for him as well, which has been quite evident.
Right, Maha. Thank you for those details, Maha. I'm also being joined by Waqas Azim, journalist in Pakistan. Waqas, so now that Imran Khan has got a 2 weeks bail from the High Court, what are we expected? Is he out of the court yet?
No, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairman Imran Khan is still in the Islamabad High Court, and Islamabad High Court, a two-member divisional bench has just approved an interim bail of 2 weeks of Imran Khan in the Al-Qaeda University Trust case. In today's hearing, there are two sessions of this hearing. In the first session, the lawyers of Imran Khan and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf were present in the two-member bench where the PTI workers chanted slogans, and the divisional bench left the hearing for Jummah prayer. After the Jummah prayer, the bench resumed the hearing, and PTI lawyer Khaja Haris made argument in the Al-Qaeda University Trust case, where he said that Imran Khan has been just sent only one notice by the NAB authorities, and Justice Mia Gul Hassan inquired about whether Imran Khan has replied to the notice or not, and Khaja Haris replied that he has not. Imran Khan has not given any reply to the NAB authorities in this call-up notice. After the hearing, Imran Khan has been given 2 weeks of interim bail and in Al-Qaeda University Trust case, and this case will again, after 2 weeks, will be summoned.
Right. Thank you very much, Waqas Azim. In fact, these are the visuals that are coming of Imran Khan from outside the courtroom. And Waqas, what are we expecting in terms of the massive police presence as well as the army presence outside the court? We seem to have lost Waqas's line, and we'll try get him back. But a big relief for Imran Khan, at least as of now. He's been granted 2 weeks of bail. Also, this may be seen as a political win for PTI and Imran Khan, considering the Supreme Court struck down the arrest, which was done few days ago, as illegal. Those were the absolute dramatic scenes that had emerged from Pakistan, where the Rangers had tried breaking through the window and taking Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, into their custody. And Waqas Azim is back online with us. So Waqas, what are we expecting from the Pakistan government? We have had the Pakistan Prime Minister address the media a while ago, justifying whatever has happened, particularly Imran Khan's arrest, comparing it to several other instances that have happened in Pakistan. But that being one, you also have a lot of police and army presence. Now, the court has said that he will not be arrested, or NAB will not arrest him in the same case again.
Yes, although the Islamabad High Court has given 2 weeks of bail to Imran Khan, but we can see that the Punjab police is standing outside the Islamabad High Court, and Imran Khan has also informed his legal team that he might be arrested from the Islamabad High Court, where the Punjab police is waiting outside the court area. Imran Khan has also talked with the reporters, and he has said that he is 100% sure that he might be arrested again today in several other cases, but Punjab police is standing outside the Islamabad High Court. So we can see that large number of Rangers FC and Islamabad police officials are also has cordoned off the whole area, and the roads leading towards Islamabad High Court has also been sealed. Just a while ago, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has also addressed his cabinet, and he has criticized the Supreme Court decision where Imran Khan has been given some sort of relief. He has also criticized the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf politics, and especially the manner in which Imran Khan is criticizing the Pakistan Army and the national institutions. Prime Minister has said that this is all chaos is being created by the Imran Khan and his party, and the nation should awake and see who is damaging the Pakistan. At the moment, Imran Khan, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairman, is in the Islamabad High Court area, and he is consulting with his legal team.
Thank you very much, Waqas Azim, for those details. We'll keep bringing you all the updates, but for now, let's just get into a short break.
For 20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense paid holiday for two. NDTV 24/7 20th year celebration.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shobh, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most importantly, no lies. Our lead story tonight. Big international story India is closely watching. News that informs and inspires.
The news with Sonia Singh. Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. only on NDTV 24/7.
The only side we're on is yours.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense paid holiday for two. NDTV 24/7 20th year celebration.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shobh, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most importantly, no lies. Our lead story tonight. Big international story. India is closely watching it. News that informs and inspires.
The news with Sonia Singh. Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. only on NDTV 24/7.
The only side we're on is yours.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense paid holiday for two. NDTV 24/7 20th year celebration.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360,
Gadget love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shom, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most importantly, no lies. Our lead story tonight. Big international story. India is closely watching it. News that informs and inspires.
The news with Sonia Singh. Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. only on NDTV 24/7.
The only side we're on is yours.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense paid holiday for two. NDTV 24/7 20th year celebration.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360,
Gadget love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can.
It was Supreme Court of Pakistan that had slammed the arrest and the manner of arrest as illegal. It had struck it down and said and given protection to Imran Khan, saying that it was concerned about the safety of Imran Khan. Meanwhile, a lot of politics around all of this. Prime Minister of Pakistan, the current Prime Minister of Pakistan, has gone ahead and justified the arrest. He had earlier also justified the arrest, saying that they have all the evidence against Imran Khan and that's why the arrest had made. But the arrest had garnered global headlines. It was extremely dramatic arrest. You saw rangers break open the windows of the court in Islamabad and drag Imran Khan out after they were denied permission to enter the court premises. And then the Supreme Court, once it did strike down the arrest as illegal, asked for Imran Khan to be produced before the High Court at 10 in the morning, and that's how he earlier today was produced before the High Court, where the hearing did happen. He's been granted bail for 2 weeks, and he had earlier said that there is a possibility of him being arrested, but the court has said that NAB will not arrest him in this particular case. And I'm being joined by Yusra Askari right now. Yusra, so a 2-week bail being given to Imran Khan, a big relief for him, and politically this may be seen as a victory for PTI at this moment? Is he out of the court? Could you give us details?
Yes, indeed, it is being seen as a victory of sorts for the PTI. A 2-week bail has been granted to Imran Khan. He is now currently still within the courtroom premises. Other bail application pleas are being heard. There are 3 more cases in which his bail application pleas are being considered. Once those are heard and a decision is reached, a future plan of action will be decided by the PTI. We do know that there are certain pockets of protest that did erupt in the surroundings of the Islamabad High Court. At least 85 people have been arrested from the city, and 15 protesters from near the Islamabad High Court have been taken into custody. Whether or not NPO 16 comes into play, he is taken into further detention under maintenance of public order. We will have to wait and watch.
Yusra, Pakistan Prime Minister has gone ahead and defended this arrest. This is not the first time. He had earlier also said the same thing. He has reiterated it today, just a while ago, while speaking about this arrest. Politically, how is the current dispensation going to be looking at this?
At the moment, what we do await is the official press release issued after the cabinet meeting. That will give us the official stance of the government of Pakistan. At the moment, we are receiving reports that measures of emergency were supported at that table. However, those are unconfirmed reports. We will wait for an official press release before the government and their stance can be commented on.
Yusra, could you repeat what you said? What are the unconfirmed reports you're getting?
The unconfirmed reports do indicate to us that talks of an apparent emergency declaration were discussed and supported by many members of the central cabinet. Whether or not the Prime Minister chooses to take that option ahead, we will have to wait and watch. We do know that he is due to confer with his allies, speak to his fellow PDM parties, and once a decision is reached on that, only then will we know where the government of Pakistan and the state stands at this point.
Right, Yusra. And does Section 144 still continue around in Islamabad, as well as the internet access still partially at least blocked across Pakistan?
Absolutely. Section 144 in 3 provinces and the ICT, which is the Islamabad Capital Territory, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Sindh remain under Section 144. Congregations larger than 4 people are not allowed in place at any given point of time till further notice and further orders. The internet does continue to remain suspended in large parts of the country. Mobile data services are completely suspended, and several social media platforms do also remain off balance for many Pakistanis.
Right, Yusra. Thank you very much for all of those details. Let's just listen into what Pakistan Prime Minister
पहुंच गई थी और किसी हर केस में तो इस तरह नहीं पहुंचते, लेकिन इधर उनको पिटिशनर्स काउंसिल से पहले भी पहुंच चुके थे। बट कोर्ट जो है जब उसने मैटर को सुना तो उन्होंने कहा कि रिकॉर्ड भी तलब किया और कहा कि आप तैयारी करके आइए 2 वीक्स के बाद और इसकी हम फाइनल समाअत करेंगे। और अब खुशाइन बात यह है कि समाअत यहीं पर होगी, नैब कोर्ट में नहीं होगी और डायरेक्टली हाई कोर्ट में जो रिट जुरिस्डिक्शन में बेल को सुना जाएगा। तो आई थिंक ये बड़ी एक अच्छी और खुशाइन बात है और यहीं पर सुनना चाहिए। और जो 2 जजेस सुन रहे हैं दोनों की रेपुटेशन बहुत अच्छी है, जो हमारे फाजिल इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट के जजेस हैं और जो गुल साहब हैं उनकी भी बहुत अच्छी रेपुटेशन है क्योंकि हम रेगुलरली पेश होते हैं। समन साहिबा हैं, शी वाज प्रैक्टिसिंग इन कराची प्राइमरीली, उनकी भी और इस्लामाबाद में भी की उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि बहुत अच्छा बेंच है खान साहब के लिए एंड आई होप कि ये सारे के सारे केसेस में कुछ सकूँ। जी मुझे तो इस वक्त इशू खान साहब से भी ज्यादा पाकिस्तान के अमन अमान का है, जो पाकिस्तान के अंदर एक सिचुएशन बनी हुई और लोगों को भी अब चाहिए कि आफ्टर दिस रिलीफ कि थोड़ा सा होश के नाखुन लें और जो रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी है उसको गुजारें और तरीके से गुजारें ताकि लोगों को डिफिकल्टी ना हो। और मैं बल्कि ये भी चाहूंगा, मैंने आपके पिछले बीपर में भी ये रिक्वेस्ट की थी कि खान साहब बाहर आए तो सबसे पहले एक इंडिपेंडेंट इंक्वायरी करवाएं जो आप अमलाक को नुकसान पहुंचा है, जो हमारी मिलिट्री इंस्टॉलेशन को नुकसान पहुंचा है, क्योंकि ऐसे अशखास को माफ नहीं किया जा सकता। बल्कि खान साहब ने आज अदालत में कहा भी है, उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे तो आइडिया नहीं था और ऐसी चीज जो हुई है उसका मैं बहुत दुख का इजहार करता हूँ और ये नहीं होनी चाहिए थी।
ठीक है अहमद पंसोता साहब, आपके वक्त का बेहद शुक्रिया। काशिफ अब्बासी साहब, इससे पहले जब हम बात कर रहे थे तो सिग्नल्स की बात हो रही थी कि सिचुएशन बेहतर हो रही है या नहीं हो रही है, तो उसके सिग्नल्स नजर आते हैं ना, मिलते हैं। तो बात हो रही थी कि इंटरनेट के सिग्नल्स जो हैं वो अभी तक बहाल नहीं हुए हैं। दूसरी जानिब पंजाब पुलिस इस्लामाबाद हाईकोर्ट के बाहर मौजूद है। तीसरा एक एंगल ये भी है कि नैब को नोटिस जो है वो भी जारी किया गया इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट की जानिब से। तो किस तरह से आप इन सारी चीजों को देखते हैं?
देखिए, सारी चीजें तो पॉइंट इसी तरफ कर रही हैं। जो गुस्सा आपने कैबिनेट में देखा, जो गुस्सा आप इत्तेहादी जमातों खुद में देख रहे हैं, तमाम पार्टियां तो इस वक्त इमरान खान को गिरफ्तार करके अंदर करने और फिर सियासत से बाहर करने पर तुली हुई, ये इसमें तो कोई शक नहीं है। और इनके जितने एलाइज हैं इस वक्त, अगर आप बात करें, जिससे भी बात करें, सारों की आवाज एक ही आ रही है कि देखें जो हुआ पिछले 3 दिन, अब ये कोई तो जिम्मेदार है और जो जिम्मेदार है उसको इसका खमियाजा भुगतना पड़ेगा। और ऐसा लगता है कि वो जो पॉइंट टू मेक अ पॉइंट, मेरा ख्याल है इमरान खान साहब को शायद गिरफ्तार किया जा सकता है। यही गुफ्तगू हो रही है इस वक्त इस्लामाबाद में भी। जैसे कादिर बता रहे थे कि बाहर पंजाब पुलिस खड़ी है, पंजाब में FIRओं में इमरान खान साहब को नामजद किया गया है। सो अब अगली फेज में लग ऐसे रहा है कि बाय हुक और बाय क्रुक इन वन केस और अनदर इमरान खान साहब को गिरफ्तार करने की कोशिश की जाएगी। अगर इमरान खान साहब को मजीद केसेस में जमानत ना मिली इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट से, तो यहीं से बाहर जाना है। आपने देखा है कि किस तरह पूरे इलाके को कॉर्डन ऑफ किया गया है। ये पहली दफा बड़े अरसे बाद देख रहे हैं कि चंद वकला इर्द गिर्द है, बाकी सारी पुलिस का घेरा है। हिसार पुलिस के हिसार में इमरान खान साहब आ रहे हैं। कल भी और आज भी ये जो श्रीनगर हाईवे है, इस तमाम को कॉर्डन ऑफ किया गया था। अभी भी चंद लोग मौजूद हैं कोर्ट के बाहर, लेकिन लार्जली बहुत ज्यादा बैरिकेड लगा के बंद किया गया सारा। तो ये सारा पॉइंट उसी तरफ करता है। इमरान खान साहब पहले भी आते रहे, लेकिन जिस तरह से इसको कॉर्डन ऑफ किया गया है, लगता है ऐसे ही है कि अगर इमरान खान साहब को इस केस में जमानत मिल भी गई तो किसी और केस में इमरान खान साहब को गिरफ्तार कर ले रहे हैं। हुकूमत अब भी सियासी दर्जा हरारत कम करने को तैयार नहीं है, बल्कि टू द कॉन्ट्ररी वो इस दर्जा हरारत को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। और बढ़ाना इसलिए चाहते हैं कि ये जो माहौल है इसमें उनका ख्याल है कि उनको तमाम हिमायत मिलेगी इमरान खान साहब के खिलाफ, किसी तरह उनको सियासत से बाहर निकाला जाए। देखिए, मसला ये है कि इलेक्शन का ऐलान तो हो चुका था, इलेक्शंस लड़ने को ये की पोजीशन में नहीं है, और जो वो करते हैं उससे ये ज्यादा गैर मकबूल होते जाते हैं और तहरीक इंसाफ मजीद मकबूल होती जाती है।
ठीक है काशिफ साहब, यहाँ पे आपको रोकेंगे क्योंकि एक ताजा तरीन खबर आई है, वो अपने नाज़रीन तक दे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने नैब तरमीम केस समाअत के लिए मुकर्रर कर दिया है। चीफ जस्टिस उमर अता बंदियाल की सरबराही में 3 रुकनी बेंच 16 मई को समाअत करेगा। जस्टिस एजाजुल एहसन और जस्टिस मंसूर अली शाह बेंच में शामिल होंगे। राजा मोहसिन से मजीद जानेंगे। राजा मोहसिन बताएगा।
देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने नैब तरमीम केस समाअत के लिए मुकर्रर कर दिया है और चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ पाकिस्तान जस्टिस उमर अता बंदियाल की सरबराही में 3 रुकनी बेंच इस केस की समाअत 16 मई को करेगा। चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ पाकिस्तान के साथ इस बेंच में जस्टिस एजाजुल एहसन और जस्टिस मंसूर अली शाह शामिल हैं। और ये वो केस है जो साबिक वजीर आजम इमरान खान की जानिब से मौजूदा हुकूमत की तरफ से जो की गई नैब तरमीम थी, उन्हें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान में चैलेंज किया गया था। इस केस की सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आखिरी समाअत 16 मार्च को हुई थी और उसके बाद ये गुज़िश्ता जो चंद माह थे उसमें ये केस नहीं सुना गया गुज़िश्ता 2 माह के दौरान, और अब दोबारा समाअत के लिए 16 मई को मुकर्रर किया गया है। तकरीबन 2 माह के अरसे के बाद इस केस की समाअत का सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान में दोबारा से आगाज होगा।
ठीक है, राजा मोहसिन तफसील नागा कर रहे थे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने नैब तरमीम केस समाअत के लिए मुकर्रर कर दिया। चीफ जस्टिस उमर अता बंदियाल की सरबराही में 3 रुकनी बेंच 16 मई को समाअत करेगा। जस्टिस एजाजुल एहसन और जस्टिस मंसूर अली शाह बेंच में शामिल होंगे।
ठीक, इससे पहले काशिफ अब्बासी साहब आप बात कर रहे थे, अब अपनी बात कंटिन्यू कर लीजिए।
जी, बात इमरान खान साहब की गिरफ्तारी पर हो रही है।
And this is all the latest that is coming in from Pakistan. What we do know till now, former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been given 2 weeks of bail. This is in the Al-Qadir Trust case where he was arrested. There were absolute dramatic visuals that had unfolded just about 3 days ago when the Rangers tried forcing themselves into the court premises in Islamabad. They broke open the windows, jumped into the court, dragged Imran Khan out and took him into custody. Imran Khan and the PTI both have slammed that move and the manner in which the arrest did unfold as kidnapping or abduction. That's what PTI claimed. Then there was an appeal which was filed by the PTI challenging the arrest in the Supreme Court, where the hearing did happen yesterday. Supreme Court went ahead and struck down the entire arrest as illegal. They also gave Imran Khan protection, and they kept him under the protection of the Supreme Court and told that he needs to be presented before the High Court by 10 a.m. on Friday. That's when earlier today he was produced before the High Court in Islamabad. Massive police presence and the army presence all around the court. Imran Khan did tell the court that he suspects that he will be arrested again today, and but the court now saying that he has got court granting him 2 weeks of bail. Of course, a lot remains to be seen how everything will unfold. There was a cabinet meeting that was headed by the Pakistan Prime Minister, who has justified this arrest. And it's battle for Karnataka, countdown to the big day of the election results. We all will get to know in a matter of time who is going to be in power in Karnataka. A major prestige battle, a major prestige political battle for that matter. Both Congress and BJP have claimed that they will form government by themselves. They will come to power alone. Whereas JDS, seen as the kingmaker in this case, has gone ahead and said that both Congress and BJP have reached out to them.
There is no chance for Ranga Assembly. We will win with comfortable majority.
Okay. Sir, D.K. Shivkumar says that Congress party will come around 141 is what he is guessing. How much is confident of?
Let him be happy with 141 till tomorrow. The reality will be there.
Sir, who would be the Chief Minister's face for BJP, sir?
Let us see. Let us have a legislature party.
But sir, JDS is very confident, and they said that we will be the definitely kingmaker, and they already decide to whom they are going.
I just saw this thing that Kumaraswamy said will not become king, he will become king. And everybody has got his own right to have his own assessment.
Sir, tomorrow is the counting day. What is the expectation, sir?
I will not change my expectation. I will not change my numbers. I am fully confident Congress party will come to power. We have big strength. Our national leaders came, did their best. Kharge-ji, Rao-ji, Priyanka, and many leaders came. They helped us. And we also, myself, Siddaramaiah, and various leaders, we also have travelled length and breadth of Karnataka. I have travelled much in old Mysore area. Siddaramaiah travelled in North Karnataka. We will have a good number. No talks, nothing. We will form the government on our own.
The JDS and BJP's already talk is over.
So let them talk. I don't want to comment on their talk.
Whatever, in case young assemblies come, what will be?
Nothing will happen. I am confident the people are wise enough for Karnataka.
In Congress, the less number is less. You go for talk with any JDS people, sir.
Huh?
If there is a fractured mandate, will you be talking with JDS?
Why fracture mandate? No fracture.
Who will become the CM if Congress is if it is coming to power?
My Congress president, former two Congress president, Rahul ji and Sonia ji will decide.
One day after elections, we are already looking at where the BJP has brought their numbers down from 140 today to 120 or maximum 123. But again, there are sources, political analysts saying that number could still go down. Sources also tell us that some of the BJP leaders have reached out to the JDS.
See, JDS is in a position today that both the parties would definitely like to reach out to us, because Karnataka people wants us to keep check on both the national parties for the betterment of Karnataka. I don't think a regional party like us, which want to work for development of Karnataka, would definitely like to keep a check on both national parties. Yes, both of them has tried reaching out to us, and the decision would be taken. The decision is actually taken, and we would announce it to the public when it is right time to.
And the Supreme Court today has issued notices to West Bengal and Tamil Nadu on the plea of the makers of the Kerala story that has become hugely controversial. Now, the makers of the Kerala story have challenged the ban on the movie in West Bengal. In fact, in Tamil Nadu as well, theatre owners have decided not to screen this movie. The Chief Justice of India also asked, why will West Bengal ban the movie? The movie is running across the country. There's been a lot of mixed responses to the Kerala story. The makers have claimed that they say the story of women who are being radicalized into ISIS. A lot of political controversy and back and forth on the numbers that has been claimed in the Kerala story. I'm being joined by my colleague Arvind Gunashekhar. So Arvind, you have CGI make an important statement on a question on why has the movie been banned in West Bengal.
Yeah, Sneha, today Supreme Court heard the petition by the producers of the movie Kerala story, wherein the petitioners alleged that the state of West Bengal has banned the movie, and that's where they have challenged the ban that has been imposed on the movie in the state of West Bengal. And they have also brought to the notice of the Supreme Court that the Theatres Association in the state of Tamil Nadu, they have also decided not to display the movie, and that has also been brought to the notice of the Supreme Court. And that's why Chief Justice of India asked the state of West Bengal, why should the state of West Bengal ban the movie when the movie is running across the country? How can a state of West Bengal alone ban the movie? That was kind of an observation that was issued or that was raised by Supreme Court. And they've also asked why is state of Tamil Nadu turning away when theatres are being attacked, which are portraying or which are displaying this particular movie. Without passing any order, the Supreme Court has issued notice to both state of West Bengal and also state of Tamil Nadu to file an affidavit on this particular matter, and the Supreme Court has adjourned this matter. So today Supreme Court has not stayed the ban on the movie in the state of West Bengal, but the Supreme Court making it stand very clear that why should any state ban a movie seems to be the question that the Supreme Court raised, and the court has issued notice to both state of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, and the matter has been adjourned for further hearing.
Right, Arvind. Thank you for those details. And former Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has issued a fresh dare, this time again to rival Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and his ally BJP to face fresh elections. And this comes a day after Supreme Court's verdict in the tussle between the two factions of the Shiv Sena. He also said that he would approach the Supreme Court if at all there's any inordinate delay by the Maharashtra Assembly Speaker in deciding on the disqualification of the 16 MLAs.
अध्यक्ष महोदय त्यांच्या परीने निर्णय घेतीलच, त्यांना तो घ्यावाच लागेल, कारण ती चौकट सर्वोच्च न्यायालयाने आखून दिलेली आहे. आणि त्यांनी उलटसुलट काही केलं तर ज्याप्रमाणे आम्ही निवडणूक आयोगाच्या निकालाच्या विरुद्ध सर्वोच्च न्यायालयात पुन्हा गेलेलो आहोत, तसंच जर इकडे वेडवाकड झालं तर पुन्हा आम्हाला सर्वोच्च न्यायालयाचे दरवाजे उघडे आहेत आणि त्याच्यानंतर जी काही बदनामी होईल ती मात्र मग यांना जगात तोंड दाखवायला जागा राहणार नाही. म्हणून मी पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो,
मागणी असून काही उपयोग नाही. अटल बिहारी वाजपेयींची उंची आणि आत्ताच्या लोकांची उंची ह्याच्यामध्ये जमीन आसमानाचा फरक आहे. हे अजिबात राजीनामा देणार नाही, कुणी मनात पण आणू नका. स्वप्नात पण देणार नाही तर प्रत्यक्षात कधी देणार.
गुरुवार को सुप्रीम कोर्ट की ओर से महाराष्ट्र सरकार के 16 विधायकों के डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का जो फैसला है वो सामने आया, जिसमें ये कहा गया कि इसे लेकर स्पीकर फैसला कर सकते हैं. और इस फैसले के बाद चाहे वो एकनाथ शिंदे हो या फिर शिवसेना उद्धव बाला साहेब ठाकरे गुट हो, दोनों का ये कहना है कि जो फैसला है वो उनके पक्ष में आया है. जिस तरह से ऑब्जर्वेशन या कंक्लूजन्स दिखें तो इसे लेकर क्या कुछ किया जा सकता है, स्पीकर कब तक फैसला लेंगे और इसे लेकर आगे की रणनीति क्या होगी, इसके बारे में बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ हैं एडवोकेट अनिल परब, जो शिवसेना उद्धव बाला साहेब ठाकरे के विधायक हैं. सर, पहला सवाल ये है, जब से ये फैसला आया है, चाहे वो आपका गुट हो या फिर दूसरा गुट हो, दोनों की ओर से ये कहा जा रहा है कि फैसला हमारे पक्ष में है और दोनों की ओर से कोई ऑब्जर्वेशन या कंक्लूजन पर बात कर रहा है तो कोई वर्डिक्ट पर बात कर रहा है कि स्पीकर फैसला लेगा। ऐसे में इसे किस तरह से देखते हैं और आगे की रणनीति क्या होगी?
देखो, कल की जजमेंट है वो अभी उसकी कॉपी सबके पास में अवेलेबल है।
And breaking news that is coming in, Imran Khan has got bail in all cases, which is little over 200 cases that we are talking about. So it's not just in one, that is the Al-Qadir case. He's got bail in all cases, which are roughly around over 200 cases. And this is protection from arrest till the May 17th is what we are getting to hear at this point. Important development, even as Imran Khan did get this bail. The first information that we did get was he got bail in the Al-Qadir case, but now confirmation coming in that he has got bail in all cases, over 200 cases that are against him. Many of them are corruption cases that have been filed by the current government, and he has got protection from arrest. Let's just see this coverage from ARY.
उनकी गिरफ्तारी के बाद उनकी सिक्योरिटी जो है वो वापस चली गई थी, ताहम अब यहाँ पर उनकी सिक्योरिटी कुछ पहुंच चुकी है और कुछ पहुंच रही है। और यहाँ से कुछ ही देर के बाद इस वक्त कमरा अदालत में मौजूद साबिक वज़ीर-ए-आज़म इमरान खान वापसी की तैयारियां शुरू करेंगे और इम्कान यही जाहिर किया जा रहा है कि तकरीबन कोई आधे घंटे तक वापसी की तैयारियों को हतमी शक्ल दे दी जाएगी। और इस सिलसिले में जो दीगर जो केसेस हैं उनमें भी इमरान खान की हिफाजती, इसके अलावा भी ये केस इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट में भी है जिसमें जस्टिस
राजा मोहसिन, ये बताइएगा, ये जो अभी समाअत हुई, क्या ये उसी बेंच ने की जिसने अल-कादिर यूनिवर्सिटी ट्रस्ट केस की थी?
देखिए, ये जो मौजूदा जो अभी उन्हें जमानत मिली है हिफाजती, ये सिंगल बेंच था जिसमें जस्टिस मियां गुल हसन औरंगजेब शामिल थे और उनकी तरफ से दी गई, जबकि इससे पहले जो अल-कादिर ट्रस्ट केस में जमानत का केस था जहां पे उन्हें अबूरी जमानत मिली 2 हफ्ते की, वो केस 2 रुकनी बेंच ने सुना था जिसमें जस्टिस मियां गुल हसन औरंगजेब के साथ जस्टिस समन रिफत इम्तियाज भी शामिल थी। और अब इमरान खान को हिफाजती जमानत भी मिली है, जबकि अल-कादिर ट्रस्ट केस जिसमें उनकी गिरफ्तारी अमल में आई थी उसमें भी उन्हें 2 हफ्ते की जमानत मिल गई है। एक केस अभी जस्टिस तारिक महमूद जहांगीरी की अदालत में भी होगा और उसके बाद साबिक वज़ीर-ए-आज़म इमरान खान की जो वापसी की तैयारियां हैं उनको भी हतमी शक्ल दी जा रही है। उनकी जो पर्सनल सिक्योरिटी है वो भी इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट पहुंचना शुरू हो गई है। कुछ लोग यहाँ पर पहले से मौजूद हैं, वुकला चेयरमैन पीटीआई की यहाँ पर मौजूद है और सिक्योरिटी इंतहाई हाई अलर्ट कर दी गई है। और गुज़िश्ता रोज ये अहकामात दिए गए थे विफाक को भी, अटॉर्नी जनरल फॉर पाकिस्तान को भी, आईजी इस्लामाबाद को भी, कि साबिक वज़ीर आज़म की सिक्योरिटी विफाक की जिम्मेदारी होगी क्योंकि इस वक्त वो अपना पर्सनल सिक्योरिटी इंतजाम नहीं रखते। गिरफ्तारी के बाद उनकी पर्सनल सिक्योरिटी वापस चली गई थी और अब ये जो एक केस बाकी है इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट में जो जस्टिस तारिक महमूद जहांगीरी की अदालत में होगा, उसके बाद साबिक वज़ीर आज़म हाई कोर्ट से वापस रवाना हो जाएंगे। तमाम मुकदमात में उनकी जो जमानत है वो मंजूर कर ली गई है। 17 मई तक उनको किसी नए मुकदमे गिरफ्तार न करने का हुक्म भी दिया गया है।
17 मई तक इमरान खान को किसी नए मुकदमे में गिरफ्तार न किया जाए, ये कहा गया है अदालत की जानिब से। जस्टिस मियां गुल हसन औरंगजेब ने इस केस की समाअत की। उन्होंने कहा कि 17 मई तक इमरान खान को किसी नए मुकदमे में गिरफ्तार न किया जाए। 9 मई की गिरफ्तारी के बाद दर्ज किसी मुकदमे में इमरान खान को गिरफ्तार न किया जाए। आज की तारीख तक इस्लामाबाद में जितने केसेस हैं तमाम में जमानत दे दी गई है।
अब्दुल कादिर हमारे साथ हैं आता अदालत से, क्या मनाजिर हैं अब्दुल कादिर, आप बताइएगा।
देखिए, मैं कमरा अदालत के बाहर मौजूद हूं और अभी तक इमरान खान कमरा अदालत में ही है। उनके जो केसेस इस कोर्ट रूम में लगे थे उन तमाम में उनकी जमानत मंजूर हो गई है। 17 मई तक अब वो गिरफ्तार नहीं होंगे किसी भी नए केस में या जो मौजूदा केसेस जिनकी समाअत अब से कुछ देर पहले हुई है। जो सिक्योरिटी कमरा अदालत के बाहर मौजूद है वो एक बार फिर से हाई अलर्ट है और अब इमरान खान को कोर्ट रूम तब्दील करते हुए किसी दूसरे कोर्ट रूम में जो उनका आखिरी केस पेंडिंग है उसमें ले जाया जाएगा, जिसमें केस की समाअत होगी जस्टिस जहांगीर की अदालत में। और वहां से अगर उनको बेल मिलती है, प्रोटेक्टिव बेल या राहदारी जमानत, तो उसके बाद इमरान खान इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट से बासानी रवाना हो सकते हैं।
अच्छा अब्दुल कादिर, जरा एक मर्तबा फिर बता दीजिएगा क्या मजीद।
Right, and some breaking news that is coming in now. from Supreme Court in the Hindenburg case. The Supreme Court, the developments that are coming is Chief Justice of India has rapped the petitioner, slammed him for saying SEBI has failed, and gone on to say that do not accuse SEBI. I'm being joined by my colleague Arvind Gunashekhar. Arvind, what are the details in this case? What happened in the court?
Supreme Court, while hearing the application that has been moved by SEBI seeking 6 more months' time to complete the investigation into the Hindenburg report, has adjourned the matter till Monday, wherein Supreme Court has said that the Supreme Court appointed expert committee in this particular case, headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Justice A.M. Sapre, has submitted its report, and that's why Supreme Court said that they have not gone through the report, and that's why Supreme Court said that during this weekend the Supreme Court will go through the report, and that's why the court has adjourned this matter till Monday. That's why Supreme Court will take a call whether to grant extra time or more time as sought by SEBI to complete its investigation into the Hindenburg report. SEBI had moved an application in Supreme Court stating that they need at least 6 more months time to complete the investigation, wherein the petitioners opposed this, saying that SEBI has been investigating this issue since 2016, and that's why they said that there should not be any more time that should be given to SEBI. But Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for SEBI, told the court that the 2016 investigation that is being cited by the petitioners are a completely different investigation, and what SEBI is asking for a reasonable time to complete in this investigation, because some of the outside jurisdictional issues should also be investigated by SEBI, and that's why Solicitor General also clarified to the court, saying that the suspicious transaction as mentioned in the application by SEBI is not the term of SEBI, but whereas this is an allegation raised by Hindenburg, and SEBI needs at least 6 more months time to complete the investigation. So on Monday, Supreme Court will take a call whether to give 6 months time, or Supreme Court might give only 3 months time to SEBI to complete the investigation as observed in court today. But Supreme Court also asked the petitioner, one of the petitioners, not to make any loose comments on the conduct of SEBI, stating that the Supreme Court appointed expert committee has completed this investigation without knowing the contents of that particular report. The petitioners cannot make any loose comments on SEBI that would that would impact the market, and that's why Supreme Court cautioned the petitioners, and Supreme Court will hear this matter once again on Monday, when Supreme Court will take a final call whether to give extra time or more time to SEBI to complete the investigation. If so, how many months will be cleared on Monday?
Right, Arvind. Thank you for those details. For now, let's just quickly slip into a short break.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shom, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most importantly, no lies. Our lead story tonight. Big international story India is closely watching. News that informs and inspires.
The news with Sonia Singh, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. only on NDTV 24/7.
The only side we're on is yours.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense paid holiday for 2. NDTV 24/7 20th year celebration.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love. You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. as our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter. We were there when brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law. We were there when the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation. We were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shobh, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most importantly, no lies. Our lead story tonight. Big international story. India is closely watching it. News that informs and inspires.
The news with Sonia Singh. Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. only on NDTV 24/7.
The only side we're on is yours.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense paid holiday for two. NDTV 24/7 20th year celebration.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs.
Gadget 360, Gadget Love.
Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love.
You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
When a glimmer of hope gave way to a new global threat, we were there. As our soldiers squared off against a hostile neighbor for yet another freezing winter, we were there. When brutality overwhelmed justice and a mockery was made of the rule of law, we were there. When the death of our first Chief of Defence Staff united our nation, we were there. Hope, justice, the truth. Left, right and centre with me, Vishnu Shobh, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most
Welcome back. The challenge and the face-off between the Delhi government and the central government does not seem to be ending even after the Supreme Court order yesterday. Now the Delhi government has approached the Supreme Court alleging that the centre is defying the constitutional bench order over the control of bureaucrats. The government has alleged that the centre was obstructing the transfer of a bureaucrat that they had ordered after a landmark judgment by the Supreme Court yesterday, in which the court ruled that the Delhi government has control over the transfer and over the functioning of the civil servants. Now, it was a big win for the Aam Aadmi Party government that's led by Arvind Kejriwal. The Constitution bench of the Supreme Court, in a unanimous verdict yesterday, gave the Delhi Assembly powers to legislate, to represent the will of the people and have control over civil servants. But now there's another tussle between the two, with the Delhi government saying that the centre is not obeying that order. All right, we're getting breaking news from Pakistan. There you can see Imran Khan, who was produced there at the Islamabad High Court. These are live visuals that we're getting from Pakistan. And Imran Khan earlier even got bail in a few of the cases that he was accused in, the case that he was arrested, the corruption case that he was arrested in. He got a bail in that case a day after the Pakistan Supreme Court called his arrest illegal. The former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been granted 2 weeks of bail by the Islamabad High Court in the corruption case, and this came just a day after the Supreme Court called his arrest invalid and unlawful. Remember, 2 days ago, Imran Khan, the former Pakistan Prime Minister, was arrested in this very corruption case, in which he has now gotten bail for 2 weeks. The Islamabad High Court has upheld Imran Khan's arrest, but a 3-member Supreme Court bench on Thursday, yesterday, yesterday had declared his detention illegal and ordered his immediate release. So important to note here that though the Islamabad High Court has upheld Mr. Khan's arrest, but right now they've given him bail. Imran Khan has gotten bail in all cases, and it's a big relief for Imran Khan, the former Pakistan Prime Minister. Remember, after he was arrested 2 days ago, there were large-scale protests across Pakistan. The house of the current the current Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was also attacked in Lahore. But listen in to what's happening at the Islamabad High Court right now.
किसी भी मुकदमे में गिरफ्तार ना किया जाए, ये कहा गया है हाई कोर्ट की जानिब से। मुकदमात की समाअत आइंदा जुमेरात तक को होगी। जस्टिस मियां गुल हसन औरंगजेब सिंगल रुकनी बेंच ने जब अब से कुछ देर कबल केस की समाअत की तो उन्होंने ये कहा, आज की तारीख तक इस्लामाबाद में जितने केसेस हैं तमाम में जमानत मिल गई है चेयरमैन पीटीआई इमरान खान को। इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने इमरान खान की तमाम मुकदमात में जमानत मंजूर की। आज सिलसिला शुरू हुआ था अलकादर यूनिवर्सिटी ट्रस्ट केस के हवाले से। जब समाअत शुरू हुई, जुमे का वक्फा हुआ, ख्वाजा हारिस नाराज हुए, बार रूम चले गए और सिक्योरिटी हुकाम उनको मनाने के लिए पहुंचे, उनको मनाकर वापस लाए। 2:30 बजे समाअत दोबारा से शुरू हुई, दलाइल और इस्तफसार का सिलसिला शुरू हुआ, जिसके बाद चेयरमैन पीटीआई इमरान खान को 2 हफ्तों की अबूरी जमानत मिली कादिर ट्रस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी केस में। काशिफ अब्बासी हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। काशिफ साहब, अभी तक हम बात कर रहे थे कि कुछ पता नहीं है कि क्या हो जाए, लेकिन अब 17 मई तक इमरान खान सेफ जोन में है फिलहाल।
All right, my colleague Yusra is now joining us. Yusra Askari joining us from Pakistan. She's a journalist. And Yusra, Imran Khan, a big relief for him as he's now gotten bail in all the cases that he was accused in. But the legal saga seems far from over as the Interior Minister of Pakistan has pledged to re-arrest Imran Khan.
At the moment, the exact way things will proceed is unclear. What we do know that Imran Khan has received bail in all the cases that were being heard today. The bail does stand within the ICT territory till the 17th of the month. If Imran Khan does choose to go back to his home in Lahore in Zaman Park, that is outside ICT territory, one does not know how things will pan out. Should he choose to remain in Banigala, where he has another residence, things will remain under control. We are now hearing reports that he is likely to address his supporters once he emerges from Islamabad High Court. Whether or not an arrest is being planned under the Maintenance of Public Order Act, we do not know at the moment. Details do remain sketchy. Once Imran Khan appears from the Islamabad High Court, one will be able to gauge and tell what is likely to happen.
Right, and Yusra, we can see Imran Khan there at the Islamabad High Court after getting this relief. He's holding his fist above his head. So clearly a big celebration moment for Imran Khan. But tell us, what are the cases that he was facing that he has now gotten bail in?
There were multiple cases that were being heard. We do also know that earlier today in the Tosha Khana case, he did get relief with the court ruling that no further proceedings would be conducted at the moment. What is important to note that the general elections were scheduled for the 14th of May, which is Sunday. Now, what does one see the courts doing with regard to the government? Will there be a position taken by the courts challenging the no-show of elections? One will have to again wait and watch. Many variables in this case. The situation is fluid. How things pan out in the next couple of hours, only time will tell.
Very interesting, as you point out, Yusra, that the general elections were scheduled for Sunday, but considering the situation that the country is in, we'll see how that happens. But Yusra, right now we're looking at visuals that we're getting from Islamabad as Imran Khan, as you mentioned, has gotten bail in all the cases that he was facing. But what next for Imran Khan? This comes after the Supreme Court had also called his arrest illegal, and now he's gotten bail. So it is a big boost for the former Prime Minister.
It is very definitely a big boost. The Supreme Court said the mode of arrest was unethical. Today he has received bail for 2 weeks. The case will resume after 2 weeks. In that period of 2 weeks, how things pan out, what happens on the 15th of May, will a contempt of court notice be served to the Prime Minister or the government or various sections within the government with regard to elections not happening? One will have to wait and watch. What happens in this 2 weeks is an important consideration. How things pan out. Is emergency still an option available on the table? Will the government take action against the PTI for all the protests and nationwide furor that happened in the wake of Imran Khan's arrest? Things will only have to be seen as they develop.
Right, these 2 weeks will be extremely crucial, Yusra, as you mentioned. But while we talk about these 2 weeks that will be crucial for Imran Khan and the PTI as well, could you tell us what the situation currently looks like in Pakistan? We know that when Imran Khan was arrested, we saw large-scale violence. At least 4 people died as well in that violence. We saw the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's house being attacked. So the situation was extremely tense. So what's the situation like currently? Is it peaceful there?
The situation did take a turn when Section 144 was declared in 3 provinces and the ICT territory. We have seen the temperatures calm down, protests quell, people are not taking to the streets like they were, but the internet still does remain curtailed. We do know that social media websites are also inaccessible in large parts of the country. Mobile data is unavailable, but largely Pakistan has stayed calm over the last 24 hours or more. Even today, we saw that a high level of security was put into place outside the Islamabad High Court. Only errant elements did carry out some protests, but nothing major, nothing large. So largely, Pakistan is fairly more peaceful than it was earlier this week, at the start of this week.
Right, so the situation there is peaceful, as Yusra Askari is telling us straight from Pakistan. Thanks very much, Yusra, for joining us. So there you can see a big celebration moment for Imran Khan, clearly, as he's gotten bail in all the cases that he was facing. As Yusra mentioned, that there were cases right from corruption to other cases that he was involved in. Now he's gotten a 2-week bail, and the case will be heard after 2 weeks. This comes after his arrest caused large-scale violence across Pakistan, and the Supreme Court called the manner of the arrest illegal.